It is official. The Freedom Convoy USA is moving out of California as we speak and is headed straight for Washington, D.C. The Daily Mail is reporting that as many as 1,000 truckers are gathering in California today, Wednesday, the 23rd, for what they're calling the People's Convoy, as they prepare to embark on the 11-day trek to D.C. in an effort to protest unconstitutional COVID-19 mandates. As you know, Biden just extended the national COVID mandates as part of the continuing resolution package funding the government that passed last week because a bunch of feckless rhinos refused to show up to vote on Senator Mike Lee's amendment that would have killed any and all funding of Biden's mandates. But regardless, the 4 rhinos who purposely failed to show up for the vote made it possible for Biden to extend the mandates. And so these truckers are launching a massive convoy that will descend on D.C. in just over a week from now. Now, here's one of the major starting points for the convoy in California, in the city of Adelanto. Take a look at this.
Dropping off food. You got stuff to donate. Bring it on down. Adelanto Stadium.
So as you can see, this is a very organized Freedom Convoy. Lots of volunteers stocking up the drivers for the 11-day hike. And as it turns out, there's actually a number of convoys that are rising up. So the amount of trucks that plan on converging in D.C. is really going to be stunning, astronomical, to say the least. Not only do they expect the People's Convoy to actually grow by leaps and bounds as they travel across the nation, but there are a number of other convoy groups rising up as well to meet them in D.C. For example, you got the awesome Kansas Truckers for Freedom. They're coming out, and a number of other organizations, too numerous to count. So there's going to be lots of different routes coming from all over the nation, but they all have one destination, right? Here's a leader of Freedom Convoy USA giving a special message directly to bumbling Biden.
This message is for the President of the United States of America. My name is Kyle Sefcik of the Freedom Convoy USA 2022, and our routes meet here in D.C. on March 1st in time for your State of the Union address. We are very organized, and our routes are public. I even pulled a permit for the National Mall to be respectful. I just want to be as transparent as possible from the start so there's no confusion. We are coming peacefully, and we're going to do this lawfully and constitutionally. I want the rest of the world to know our plans so that there's no twisting and lying about who and what we are. I'm coming to you as a father, a small business owner who's unaffiliated to any parties. We just want government overreach to end. On behalf of Freedom Convoy USA 2022, we are asking you to end the state of emergency, end the mandates once and for all. Sir, the world is watching us because they know that if what's happening in Canada happens to us here in the land of the free, then freedom as we know it is gone. So we are leaving the choice to you. The decision is in your hands. This whole convoy, this whole assembly on the National Mall, it doesn't even have to happen if you just end things now and we can get on with our lives. To you other convoys that plan on meeting us here, we look forward to seeing you and joining with you. We're going to do this right. We're going to do this honorably. Mr. President, we have no other motives in this mission. You see, the government, our elected officials of both parties have failed us tremendously these last 2 years, and now it's time for us, we, the people, to fix this, to end this. We're ready to get back to our lives, the ones promised and guaranteed in the United States Constitution, Bill of Rights, and the contract that you signed and swore an oath to under the one true God. This is simple. End this.
Not everyone is planning on going into D.C. proper. Again, there are several different convoys setting out for D.C. Trucker convoys from Pennsylvania in particular have said that they plan on shutting down the D.C. Beltway. The D.C. Beltway, if you don't know, it's the second or third busiest, most congested beltway in the nation. As someone who's been caught in it many a time, I can tell you, you've not been in traffic jam until you've been in a D.C. Beltway. It's insane. Well, it's about to get worse. A massive trucker convoy plans on shutting the Beltway down in the next few days, and so obviously there's going to be a huge disruption to the swamp. And needless to say, bumbling Biden and D.C. authorities are starting to get very, very nervous. The National Guard is indeed being deployed in D.C. The Department of Defense has confirmed upwards of 400 National Guard troops will be supporting designated traffic posts throughout D.C., along with at least 50 what they're calling large tactical vehicles stationed 24/7 to monitor all trucker activities. Already, D.C. authorities are setting up barricades and fencing around the Capitol building and around the White House. Now, what good that's going to do against the 1,018-wheelers, I have no idea, but hey, if it makes him happy. So Biden's basically creating a makeshift bunker around the White House. And as we can see, Canada has unleashed a patriot storm across the world. What's happening to the Freedom Convoy truckers in Canada right now is appalling. No question. It should be resoundingly denounced by anyone who even claims to have a Democratic bone in their body. But we can take comfort in noting that their bravery, their bravado, their joy, their laughter, their glorious patriotism has inspired countless movements like them all over the world, from Paris to Vienna, New Zealand, Austria, Israel, and of course here in the United States. Take a look, for example, at what's happening in Italy. This is going on right now. Right now, today, thousands of truckers are descending on Rome and other major Italian cities, and their demands are nothing less than the resignation of their current prime minister, Mario Draghi, who's basically a globalist puppet who's trying to stave off the rise of the populace in front of the Canadian consulate. So you can see signs reading, "I stand with Canada, freedom is non-negotiable," and people are beeping their horns like mad as they're passing them by in this massive show of support for the Canadian truckers. So there is no question, Ottawa, in a very real way, is changing the world.
'Cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that